Hi everybody, I'm Zilla Blitz and we're back for another trip through Montana. When we last left off, we stopped in Glasgow, Montana. We're still there. Today, live cattle. We're only going about 2 hours and 45 minutes away. We're going to try to make this a double header. That's right, 2 deliveries, 2 parking, all those kinds of things. Could turn my lights back on. And this is a short delivery. We've got plenty of sleep, plenty of gas. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday here, game time. So I'm hopeful that we can have a nice... Now, last time, we had kind of an eventful drive. Pretty much everything that could go wrong did go wrong. It was supposed to be a nice, simple drive, and it turned out to be an extremely long, accident-filled, all kinds of fun stuff happening. Today, of course, we're starting out in the rain, so that's promising for a little bit more adventures, but I'm hopeful for 2 very simple and straightforward deliveries. Anyway, we're coming back up on Glasgow now. I'm going to kind of go through town. We'll get back out on the highway. We've got the adaptable windshield wipers going. As the rain comes down harder, the wipers go faster. I just love these things. But we'll go right through Glasgow now. We'll see you on the other side as we get to the highway, and then we will chat about things Montana. So we headed east out of Glasgow. I'll kind of show you where we're going here, but it looks like single lane highway here each way. Nice morning, light traffic, flat country, easy driving so far. Beautiful, looks like kind of ranch land around us on all sides, and the rain has let up here, so no worries with visibility or anything like that. Fingers crossed, maybe this will be a rocking chair ride. I thought the last episode was going to be so simple. We got train on the right, and everything went sideways before I knew it was going. Accidents, and the newbie taking us the wrong way, and sleep. It's like 500 things went wrong, but sometimes that's life, right? You have to roll with it and just make the best of your days. But only 2 hours left on this journey, so I'm hoping for a nice quick one here, and then we'll grab something else. And here's my plan. Let me show you the map. One of my goals in this kind of series is to get as many of the Montana cities as possible, and pretty much just came in up here from Thompson Falls, Butte, Bozeman, Billings, then we came up here to Glasgow, hoping to go Sidney, maybe Glendive, Miles City, and maybe we can do Glendive through to Miles Cities and pick up 2 more cities here, and nothing down to the bottom right that we can go. And then I want to head over here to Thompson Falls. Spoiler alert. Well, let's just talk. Let's go back to it. So that's our plan. Sidney, Glendive, Miles Cities is our plan today. Let's go back to the road here. I'm going to give a spoiler alert about a comment, because we talked in the last episode about a hidden road that's supposedly kind of crazy, hairy driving, almost like off-road driving for American Truck Simulator. And I've seen some pictures on Twitter of people going over it. It looks pretty crazy, and I've heard people say it's pretty fear-inducing. Here's what Don Whitaker said about it. I'll post his comment up there. Spoiler alert, if you don't want to know where it is, don't look at this comment and kind of skip ahead maybe a minute or so, because he tells where it is. And here is his comment. So spoiler coming up. Basically, it's near Thompson Falls. Now, Thompson Falls is way on the western half of the state, near where we came in. So I'm hoping maybe to get close to that, and maybe the next episode, and then we can go try that Thompson Falls hidden road with maybe like a tandem trailer or something really big and crazy. I'd like to see if we can get through it with that. That sounds almost irresponsible, but almost irresponsible feels like a pretty decent place to be sometimes. I kind of feel like it's challenge accepted, so that'll be one of our goals here. That might be maybe 2 or 3 episodes down the line, because it's going to take us a while to work our way through Montana. I think we've only got, 5 now of the 15 cities? So we still got a lot of work to do here. 2 deliveries so far for the event, so some more catching up. I'd hope to be further along, but our daughter, who's going to be a sophomore this year in college, was home for her last weekend, just a few days. So we spent a lot of time doing family stuff while she was here, and our son was around. He's in college too. So did a lot of family stuff last weekend and the few days leading up to that. So it was a little bit tricky to get a lot of driving in and a lot of gaming in. But now she's off to college, and I have a lot more time. So hoping to kind of get some deliveries in here, make some progress in the event, and see more of Montana here. So we'll check back in a little bit. Looks like we got about 1 hour and 29 minutes to go. If anything interesting, exceptional happens out here on the road, we'll be back to see that. Otherwise, we'll see you as we get a little bit closer to Sidney. 38 minutes to go, and rain is completely stopped now. Diesel's having a great time. I do think, however, we're going to have to ask Darth Vader to step out. And I do feel like I need to move Diesel to the back seat, mainly because I really can't see what's coming from the right-hand side when cars are pulling in. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get Diesel if I can get him to lay down or something like that. I'm not sure. but maybe there's a different version of diesel. Whoa, car, be careful. But yeah, making good time here. It's nice. This has been an easy drive compared to the last episode. And a lot of people posting, speaking of the last episode, a lot of people posting how many questions they got right on the trivia. Seems like 1, 2, 3 was a pretty common outcome. Don't feel bad about those. Are pretty random questions, right? I mean, you're not expected to know that stuff. I mean, the only one I thought maybe some people might know would be like the first one about where the state name comes from. And I think even actually, if you asked me that one, if I hadn't looked it up, I wouldn't. I mean, I know that that's the word for mountains in Spanish, but I'm not sure I would think that the name was directly simply applied to the state, you know? But apparently it was. So, yeah, I'm not sure I would have done much better had you asked me those questions. Anyway, about 12 minutes left to go. Parking challenge accepted. Sidney discovered our 5th of 15 cities in Montana. We are 1/3 of a way to the last best place achievement. Looks like we have to go through town and quite a bit of the ways on the outskirts of town here before we can park this. So kind of take a little bit of a look here through Sidney. The other thing I noticed I've been getting a lot of questions about are some of the mods that I'm running. It seems like every once in a while people are asking about the user interface mod and then like the real companies mod. And still get questions about some. I mean, we're obviously not running the snow mod now, but a lot of people asking questions too. So I'm thinking maybe to create kind of my top 5 mods episode. I'm not super heavy into the mods, especially for kind of some of the truck configurations and things like that. And I think that's probably something to explore over the next few months, both in American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator, is to kind of dive into the mods a little bit more and explore some of them and play around with a little bit. Not so much that I don't want to break the game, which sometimes you can do with mods, but I do like a lot of the ones that I've got kind of running right now. And so maybe that might maybe a little bit of an episode there, and then I can point people to that episode when they have questions and things like that. But feel free to ask about anything too. Some people asking about technical specifications, like what kind of mics I'm running and cameras and stuff like that. So I'll probably do a technical specifications episode too at some point. But we have now just about reached our destination. I can hear a train off in the distance. Looks like General Mills here maybe. Is that where we're going? But state's really cool. I'm really enjoying Montana here. Doing something there, fixing something. Looks like about 3 minutes. This must be to some kind of a farm, I would think, right? I mean, we do have live cattle in here. And looks like we just take a left here. I'm wondering how I'm going to do parking-wise. I have not had the best luck parking. That truck doesn't stay in my way. Don't want to hit that. All right. So far, so good. Got to weave over the train tracks here. Can you get hit by a train in the game? That's kind of a random question, but I just thought of that. There really didn't seem to be any kind of a train warning back there. Okay, left in here. Here we are. It's someone's farm. What is that? DFA. Okay. Pull it over here. That's kind of the cool things I like about the DLCs is that most of, I think the, 90, yes. Most of the delivery spots are custom and new, so you get all kinds of new parking challenges. We have to go over there, and it doesn't look like we're going to get much of an angle to bring that in from the other side. So let's go take a look at it. I'm thinking that we might want to do a full U-turn and back up at it, because I don't think we're going to have enough room on the other side to drop it in there. Oof. Oh no, yeah. I think we're okay, right? We can pull past that cargo trailer and drop it right in. I think. Let's give it a try. If we screw it up, well, we won't try that again next time. Hopefully I won't rearrange all the parked cars again this time. I really seem to struggle the last time's parking. Usually not that horrible parking. All right, so we should be able to come at it right like this and then turn straight up this way. It looks like I got a lot of room to run it off to the side here, so I feel like we're going to be okay for this one. Let's come at it this way and see if we can almost go straight back, unless it's going to stop us here. Sometimes you get those imaginary walls. It doesn't let you through, but it looks like it's going to let us run this one out. In which case, we've got a pretty straight shot here. I think if we look out our rear view mirror, sitting right off there, let's give this a shot, huh? Gotta crank it the other way, but come on, truck, let's go. Do not want to startle the cattle either, huh? I feel like we're not quite going to make that. Somehow that train whistle just makes it a little bit more nerve-wracking. Yeah, we're a little bit out of line here, aren't we? But now I think if I go straight, we'll be okay. This would be a nice rescue if we could get this one. Pretty good so far. This would be, I mean, not the cleanest start. It would have been much easier to get a better start here. But I feel like we're doing okay if I can straighten it out quickly. I've got it cranked all the way to the other side. We definitely have to adjust our angle here, don't we? That is one thing people mentioned about the UI mod. One thing that I did like about the old mod was that these mirrors up in the corners were bigger. And so you could really kind of get a better idea what you were doing. Oh, I've totally screwed this up now. But not bad for a first shot. Not horrible. I feel like we should have been able to get this one in one shot, though. Unless it's really generous, we're not going to get this. I don't think... Yeah, it's not going to give it to us. Okay, so yeah, that... We adjusted and everything, but we just missed it at the end. Okay, let's straighten her out, bring her back in. 2 shots, not bad. We'll be back as soon as we get this sorted out. Alrighty, we are in. Not the straightest parking job, but there is our cattle safely delivered to DFA Farms. First job, let's rack this one up. We'll get our money, decoupling, and then we'll go grab another job and head off for our second adventure of the day. So let's see how we did here. So right now I think we have about $70,000, and hopefully the next goal is to get a Western Star 47X truck. So that's what I want to save up for now. And I want to probably get one a little bit higher than the lowest level. So we might need maybe 200,000, 64,000, kind of almost halfway to level 24. $7,000, that gives us a grand total of 96,000. So 3 out of 12 now on the Cruisin Montana event. I'm going to go find us another job, and then we will get started on that. Alrighty, I got one for us. It looks like we can go from Glendive, which is the next city down the road. We can pick up some paper and just take it down to Miles City. That should give us 2 more cities. It's only an hour delivery, but I bet we have to drive, looks like about an hour to pick it up. So let's grab this one. Not much money, I don't think. Probably, yeah, only 3,000 bucks, but we'll take it. We'll go for the 2 cities and grab that. So 2 nice short deliveries here. It has to be, oh, that wasn't the smartest thing to do, right? Because you have to have, for the event, the minimum delivery distance has to be 100 miles. So even though we'll do this delivery, it won't count for the event. Wasn't thinking, dummy. But we'll see in a little bit. Once we go get there, we'll get this one hooked up, and then we'll be on our way. Yeah, so we just pulled out of the parking lot of the farms. We do have about a 50-minute drive to pick up our next delivery, which it's okay. I kind of wish I'm kicking myself, though, for not remembering that the minimum delivery distance for the event was 100 miles. So this one will not advance our event status there. I was hoping to get a third of the way done with this one, but oh well, we'll still have fun anyway. We'll see you as we get to the pickup spot. Whoa, that bus. Parkera, what are you doing? So we've just come into the outskirts of Glendive. That gives us our 6th out of 15 cities in Montana. We'll pick up our delivery here. It should be a nice little short journey for us. Still got about 11 minutes to go, so we'll see you as we get closer. All right, here we are at UPS picking up this paper. I think, is it a tandem? Double, or is it just a single? I think it might be a tandem trailer here, which always makes for a little bit more fun. Let's see if we can get this hooked up. All right. Backwards we go. Into this one. I felt like, too, this was another place when you had those big mirrors. Used to be able to come back real fast into these and just get them all in the first time. I did make that switch, though, to the sensitive coupling. So it's harder now. You have to be very precise with these to get the coupling right. And sometimes I've found lately that I have to adjust the suspension in order to be able to match it up right. Yep, we do have a tandem. 2 big trailers full of paper. Looks like soft-siders here. We are on our way. Let's get going. Got an hour and 7-minute journey. What kind of fun can we get into here with tandem trailers in the back? I do really want to move Diesel to the back seat, though. I'm getting a little bit concerned that we might have troubles here making our left turns coming into traffic, because I cannot see. Now, this is going to be a challenging corner right here, right? It's a little bit tight, and we got that little shed right there. Any coming from the right? Yep. Alrighty, now we'll trust the Force. I think we're okay. I feel like we can trust the Force because we have Darth Vader in the back seat, right? So that helps a little bit. Can we make this corner? Yeah, no problems. All right, watching that left mirror there. Looking pretty good. It's always the tricky part is getting out of the city here. That guy made me a little nervous, but we'll go here. So we got plenty of gas. We got plenty of sleep. We just got an hour and 6 minutes left. Make a nice wide turn to get us on the highway. And hopefully this will be a nice, straightforward, simple journey. But it's never simple with tandem trailers, for sure. All right, we're on the highway. Here we go. I guess I'm curious, too. How many people got Montana? Are you enjoying Montana? I know someone posted within like a couple hours of it going up on the very first Montana episode that they had visited all the cities, completed the event, and done like everything there was to see in Montana. So I kind of like to take it a little bit slower. You know, so I've been playing the game now for, gosh, is it 2 years now? Or a year? Yeah, it might be close to 2 years now. I think it was the summer 2 years ago. Well, I guess I've been playing an American Truck Simulator. I'd have to look back on the first episode. But I think it's Euro Truck Simulator probably about 2 years now. Maybe American Truck Simulator about a year or so, I guess. Gosh, I feel like I should know that, but I don't. But one of the things I've tried to do is to not burn out on it, right? So I don't want to do like 50 deliveries in a week and just drive like 8 hours a day, because I feel like then I'd burn out. With things that I really enjoy, I try to spread them out. So, usually like 2-3 drives during the week and then just kind of be able to keep cranking these out. And I feel like that way I don't burn out on the game. And I just really kind of keep coming back and enjoying that kind of calm, relaxing fun that driving in these truck simulators gives you. Because it just really is, after sometimes a busy, hectic, stressful day, there's just enough stress, just enough challenge. But for the most part, it's kind of a very chill game. And you get in the highway and you deliver stuff and you advance your career and you make some money and you buy a truck. And sometimes you have an accident and stuff happens and stuff like that. But I find that kind of over the past 2 years, and maybe it's kind of related to just like some of the stuff that's going on, but like the pandemic and work was challenging and all these kinds of stuff. Sometimes it's nice to have games that are just kind of zen, chill games. And I really appreciated kind of that relaxing element to this game over the past couple years. And speaking of, this is kind of almost completely unrelated, but I'm curious. So speaking of chill, relaxing games, and I know a lot of people know that, of course, I put up videos on tabletop war games, and I like PC strategy games and stuff like that too. But I also like other tabletop games. And our family played Wingspan, tabletop board game about creating an aviary of birds. And it was interesting because I feel like that game has a similar type of game feel to it. People play games for different reasons. Some people play games to beat other people. Some people play games for the social aspect. Some people play games for exploration. Some people play games, there's 17 to 20 different reasons why people play games. This one, I think, falls into that one of the things, in addition to exploration and kind of, for me, I like the achievements and things like that. But one of the big things that I like about these truck simulations is that they're a sense of relaxation and kind of almost that meditation type of zen, just mental health kind of chilling that they provide. And Wingspan was another game that as I was finishing up with that playing, it's like, yeah, this does the same thing. It's just, it's so chill. It doesn't really matter if you win or lose. You're just kind of collecting birds and doing all that kind of stuff. But I'm curious. So that leads me to a question that I'd like to hear. I'm kind of interested what other people might have. Are there other games out there like American Truck? If you feel like that kind of resonates with you, that chill. And I know a lot of people have used that adjective when they talk about these games. But this to me feels like a very chill experience. Wingspan is a very chill game. What other chill games are there out there that you might recommend, or that you just basically enjoy a lot, that provide that same kind of, they're not hyper competitive, they're fun, you get the sense of exploration or building or accomplishment or whatever it would be. But are there other games that you like here that give you that same feeling of American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator? I'd be curious to kind of hear people's thoughts on that, if you have any ideas, because I've decided I think for me, okay, so the long story goes, we got like 8 minutes left and I think I can finish this up. When I first saw, the person who introduced these games to me was Parkera NZ. If you haven't checked out his channel, I highly recommend it. Oh, loan installment, I thought we got a fine there. Miles City, yes, 7 out of 15. We're almost halfway in our accomplishments of exploring Montana, and there's a repair station off to the right-hand side. So we're going to go be able to move Diesel to the back seat. And we're going to let Darth Vader off. Bye, Darth. See ya. We're going to let Darth Vader off here in Miles City, Montana. He can get a ride someplace else. It's been great having him along here. But, so, to go back to the original point before I completely lose track of this here, when I first saw Parkera NZ playing these games, you know, and he said, oh, you got to try this, you got to try this. And he had a couple of episodes out, and definitely I'll put a link to his channel and stuff like that. But when I first saw him driving, I thought, oh my gosh, that looks, I just think I'm not going to like that game. I just figured I am not going to enjoy that game at all. And then I tried it once, and it was okay. You know, I feel like I can go right on red here. But I feel like every time I try that, I get a ticket. Let's see if it works here. Oh, nice. Score. Oh, don't hit that pole. So, to kind of finish that story, when I went in and played it, it's like, okay, that was good. But then it was like the second time I played it, where it's like, wow, this is so relaxing. I get it. And I think that what surprised me is that I didn't think I would be a person that would like this type of a game, if that makes sense. Oh, Walmart is where the paper's going. Okay, makes sense, I guess. They got a lot of paper at this Walmart. So I didn't think I would be a person who liked this category of game, this kind of relaxing, zen, meditative game. I bet people will say Farming Simulator 2022. That's what I think people, I probably think people will say that's another one of these relaxing games. I can do anything, 270? Oh my goodness. I don't think I can do. I think with these double articulated ones, I can't. So I'm going to, for the sake of kind of not making this into a 2-hour parking escapade of which we ultimately fail, we're going to see if we can just pull up here. Even these I find sometimes are hard because it's hard to get the whole trailer straight in enough time. So if we screw this up and it's not straight, we'll just abandon it. Take our lumps here. Hopefully we can get this one in. Looking pretty good here, actually. Waiting for that ding. So yeah, I bet there we are. And we are home. So we've got a paper here. Now I forgot to completely take a screenshot, so I'm going to do that now. But yeah, I bet, to kind of go back to that other point, I bet people will mention Farming Simulator 2022's game. And it is a game I've been looking to buy and maybe even create a series with, but I've been waiting for it to go on sale. It's been like $40 for the longest time. So I've been a little hesitant to do that. So anyway, I'm going to take a screenshot here and then we'll be back to wrap up. So one sec. Alrighty, we have got this delivered. Let's see, I think it was only $3,000, right? And none of our drivers made money, and we had to pay $5,000 in our loans. So $91,000, we're still going to be less than $100,000. We got a ways to go to get our next truck, but we'll keep plugging away at it. A couple people have been actually talking about well, we'll talk about it next time. Talk about the real economy mod, where it's much harder to make money. Sounds like a bold adventure that I'm not sure I'm up for, but we'll talk about that in the next adventure. So there you go. We are kind of inching our way towards level 24. Another $3,000, still less than $100,000 in our search for next truck. And that delivery, again, was too short to be able to pick up a delivery for the Cruisin Montana event. But nevertheless, we're 1/4 of the way there. We'll be back in 2 days for another episode. I think I'm going to go 2 days, and maybe 2 days for 3 or maybe 4 total episodes, including this one, 2 or 3 more after this in Montana, because we got a lot of Montana left to see. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. I'd love to hear your comments down below about relaxing games or anything else, how you're enjoying Montana. We'll see you on the next episode. I'll put a link to that one as soon as it's ready up here. Take care, everybody. Have a great day.